Hi, welcome to the IPL pre-show. It's match number 35. Delhi Capitals is taking on the Sunrisers Hyderabad. We have Gagi, Bharat, and Raja Raman joining for the show. Gagi, I'm going to go straight to you. You're at the venue. First of all, how's the mahal? How's the atmosphere? And what's it like at the moment out there?
Mahol is very noisy and a lot of traffic getting here because obviously, it's the weekend. So everyone's turned up to watch this match. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of crowd. And maybe I wasn't expecting as much, but it's the IPL after all. And people do show up and Saturday, so of course, everyone gets their dose of entertainment as well. So everyone's come and it's quite energetic out here.
That's true. That's true. Raja, good sights. This obviously Delhi Capitals not known for their fans, but some good visuals coming through. But again, they'll be happy with the win that they got last time around. But all eyes will be again on Rishabh Pant to deliver because the World Cup's coming around the corner. He's seeming in good form. So once again, everyone's attention will be on Pant. Your comment on Pant?
Yes, Ishan. But before that, because this is the first game being played in Delhi this IPL, there's a lot of interest. A great weekend as well for people to flock to the Ferozshah Kotla ground, the Arun Jaitley Stadium there. So it's going to be exciting for the Delhi fans, especially with Rishabh Pant and the kind of form that he's shown. And I've been saying this on your shows repeatedly. It is not just his batting, but his wicket keeping skills have been
Yeah.
astounding. I think the way he's brought off some of those stumpings is truly amazing. It would do an MS Dhoni proud. The kind of stumping that he's brought off in the IPL. I think he's got 3 stumpings so far this season.
Yes.
He's been in great form both in front of the wickets and behind the wicket. And to me, he's a huge draw. I think the Delhi fan would love to see what the captain Rishabh Pant can do. I think we are going to see how much he is loved today. I think they will like it because also Hyderabad doesn't have that superstar like a Dhoni from Chennai or a Virat Kohli from Bangalore. So the idea is that Delhi fans will love Delhi today and they will support the side.
100%. I think it's good news for the Delhi fans as well because this is the side that's won the last game pretty comprehensively. So we'll be hoping they can do the same. Bharat, Pant will obviously need support though. He can't do it by himself. He'll need support up the order. David Warner might be missing out on tonight's game as well, which will hurt their chances. So a lot of expectations on Prithvi Shaw once again.
Obviously Delhi Capitals have to fire collectively. It's something that has been going against them in the recent past. That Delhi Capitals haven't really fired collectively. So look at their side. Fraser McGurk hasn't really fired. So distance stuff has come good. So they obviously some other batters have to stand up today. So. But their bowling attack has been doing well, as we saw in the last game. That Mukesh Kumar, Ishan Sharma, and all these guys, even Khalil Ahmed, Kuldeep Yadav, obviously, they have been combining really well.
Hmm.
So I think it will come down to how Delhi's bowling attack again, whether they will fire or not.
No, good point there, Bharat. Gagi, Bharat's mentioned the bowling attack of Delhi Capitals. That's what helped them last time around. Again, a lot of onus will be on them to deliver. Who do you think is going to be, one or two people who might put their hand up and put out a really solid performance out there? I think one might be Kuldeep Yadav, and the other.
Yeah, it will be Ishant Sharma because we've seen the way that he's been bowling this season and immense experience, I believe, this side. And, DC, since they haven't been doing well in the past seasons, this time around with Rishabh Pant coming back, there's added, I think, motivation for the whole team this time around. And when it comes to bowlers, I think Ishant Sharma has been doing very well.
100% Gagi, yes. And I just wanted to ask you, Gagi, are there any crowd favorites in particular at the moment when you've spoken to anyone? Are they
Of course,
supporting
Rishabh
any
Pant.
Rishabh Pant?
Of
Okay.
course, of
So I
course.
think Raja,
I
you were
mean,
right. It's
Delhi boy, Sonnet Club boy, he's a favorite for you. So there's
yes, I
not even
think
a doubt. Everyone that's turned up in a jersey is wearing a Rishabh Pant jersey. So
wow. Yes, I think that's pretty expected in Delhi. Raja, Fraser McGurk is another young Aussie bloke who's doing really well. He's playing some fearless cricket. Are you impressed by what you're seeing from him?
Yes, of course. When you see someone hit the ball so well, uh, you really appreciate the kind of timing that they have got. A lot of people think that us old timers don't like IPL very much because it is a hit and giggle game or a miss and giggle game, but it is not. It's a serious cricket contest, and when you see someone like him hit the ball and the ball stays hit, it's great fun to watch. The kind of timing that he's got over the ball, I think it's incredible, and I'm sure he's going to be a superstar in the time ahead, not just for Delhi Capitals but for Australia as well.
100%. I couldn't agree more with you. Bharat, talking a bit about this SRH team, this batting lineup seems a little too scary, to be honest. They're posting totals above 200, making it look very easy. Are you expecting the same tonight, or do you think this pitch might play out differently?
So sometimes Delhi pitches have played slightly on the slower side. They have been on the slower side, so not sure what kind of pitch we will see. But yeah, they have a really great batting lineup. You look at Travis Head. If you bowl to his strengths, I feel if you bowl to a good batter, he might be 8 on 10 when it comes to maximizing his strengths. But when it comes to Travis Head, it feels like he's 10 on 10 or 11 on 10. You bowl slightly down the leg side or give him the chance to free his arms. Every single time he converts it. So I think that's his greatest strength. Obviously, Henrich Klaasen, I think, is perhaps the best power hitter going around. I know Andy Russell hits it harder, but I think when it comes to hitting sixes, Klaasen perhaps is currently number one, and Abhishek Sharma himself has been scoring a few runs at the top. Even Samad has been getting those quick fire 30s, 20s. So yeah, they will batters right through their batting unit, that batting lineup. In fact, even someone like Aiden Markham in front of all these hitters, he looks like a very conservative batter, though he's a very good shot maker himself. So that tells
Yeah,
something about the scary batting lineup.
valid
And
points there, Bharat. Yes,
Ishan,
Bharat.
just before that, Delhi Capitals won the toss and has decided that he will make SRH challenge that much more stiffer because of the
Yes.
duel that's going to perhaps come in. It's going to be interesting to see how SRH copes with the challenge of that Rishabh Pant is set for them. So they're going to bowl first. Delhi is going to bowl first. SRH bowlers will have a problem with the dew that might set in. But like Bharat pointed out, if it is a slowish track that Ferozshah Kotla usually produces, then Delhi will miss Ishant Sharma. He's got a back spasm and is missing out on this game. So Anrik Noke comes in one more time, and Delhi will be hoping that he will deliver this time around, like he did a couple of seasons ago for them
Yeah,
at Ferozshah Kotla.
you're right, Raja. You're right.
Just
Yes,
and
guys.
just adding it one, just adding one
yes.
point.
Sure.
Ishan Sharma also is very effective from round the wicket, and that is one angle that has really acted as a hurdle for Travis Head. So even in that sense, they might miss Ishan Sharma because he's extremely good as left-handed batsman.
All right. Yes, Gagi, I think if you wanted to speak, go for it.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just saying, we were talking about the pitch. So I've heard that this time around, it's going to be a high-scoring pitch. There's a lot of grass on the pitch as well, and we've seen that in the past. Delhi Capitals hasn't really gotten the kind of pitch they had requested or they had wanted. High-scoring pitches. But
Hmm.
we also have to consider that I think we had a lot of domestic matches going on as well, which didn't give enough time for preparing a better pitch for Delhi Capitals. But this time around, from what I've read from the pitch report as well, Matthew Hayden, spoke about, and he said that it could be a high scoring game because there's a lot of grass on it and the boundaries are smaller as well. Only the straight boundary is, I think, 76 meters. The rest under 60 meters, 60 65 meters.
Thank you for that, Gagi. Yes, so it might be a high-scoring game as well tonight, so that'll be fascinating to watch. Raja, when you're looking out to get a big total, the openers have a very important role to play. And talking about this SRH team, Travis Head and Abhishek Sharma have done just that. So a lot of attention has gone to Travis Head, which is fair. But I think young Abhishek Sharma has had some sort of a revelation this season coming out of his shell. So, your comment on him, and how do you think he's going to fare for the rest of the season?
I don't know how true it is, but I get the feeling that Pat Cummins has had a big role in Abhishek Sharma's blossoming in this season. See, when you have a captain who doesn't stress you too much, when you have a captain who allows you to express yourself, you tend to score freely. And I think that's what Abhishek Sharma is doing. And also, we can't forget at the other end, there is somebody who's blazing away. So Abhishek has made the most of the opportunities that have come his way. And I think it's nice to see an Indian batter go the way Abhishek is going. Unfortunately for him, the top order is pretty crowded in the Indian side at the moment. He might not even make it to the reserves list, but he's been a revelation, like you say. But I think the credit should go to Pat Cummins and perhaps even to Travis Head just a bit.
Yes, you're right. Bharat, Pat Cummins, we have to speak about him if we speak about SRH. Fantastic captain. I know that you're someone who's followed him closely as well. So, Pat Cummins for you?
Yeah, see, he's a very experienced captain. First of all, he's won titles. So when you win titles, World Cups, World Test Championship, then you won't get tensed. You will be a very calm captain, even when SRH were even when RCB were going after their bowlers. Pat Cummins was very calm. That was the case when Mumbai Indians were going after SRH bowlers. Even then, you could see that calm countenance in him. So that is something that you will see. Pat Cummins is also led from the front with the ball in hand. It's not just a bowler who has hit the deck hard from a very high release. He's used the angles really well. He's come from sometimes occasionally come from round the wicket. So sometimes he's bowled at the body. This was the feet of the batter. So someone who's really put a lot of thought into his bowling is leading from the front, and that really helps when a captain is leading from the front. That body language of the captain will itself be different, and that will also rub on to other players. So I think that is another
Yes.
factor to consider.
Yes, you're right. I think that cooling effect definitely has some sort of an effect on the other players as well. Gagi, I have to ask you, are you worried about the SRH bowling lineup? Because even though they've gotten scores above 200, they've conceded scores above 200 as well. So do you think they're lacking something in that bowling department? Or it's just part and parcel of the game and maybe they're just high scoring pitches?
I think it's part and parcel of the game because you can't have, all your team members performing perfectly in every single match. But SRH has put on some really good performances, and I think that bet on Pat Cummins, spending that 25 crores or 24, if I'm not wrong, was a very good call because, when that bid happened, we all thought, what is one player going to change in a whole team that's been so unsuccessful in the entire, tournament, except the season that they won the cup.
Yeah.
But besides that, you think how can just one player change it? Why would you spend so much money on just one player? But it's all completely turned out to be true. I mean, the strategy that SRH management went with has been has completely revolutionized whatever is going on in the
Hmm.
SRH, dressing room or whatever. Because this team looks like something different. This isn't the SRH that I recognize or you recognize. It's completely changed.
Yeah, you're right. I think they're playing an aggressive brand of cricket, which is working out for them. Raja, I'll ask you the same question. Do you feel the SRH bowling is taking a back hit or is not going as noticed because the batters are just taking the games away from them?
No, I think they've got a good balanced bowling attack. See, Pat Cummins is not bowling the new ball, and that itself is an indication of the strength that they've got. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar has been one of their pillars for so many years, and Natarajan has done well as well. When he's been fit, Natarajan has done well. So Pat Cummins is happy to play that role of being just coming in and stifling the opposition. So we might get to see that today. We might get to see him bowl to Rishabh Pant. It'll be a fascinating contest. But I know you are the kind who always asks. So who are you backing tonight to win? Don't ask somebody who was born in Hyderabad and lives in Delhi that question. Yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure I won't. But
So
before we get there,
if there is a cat on the wall, you're seeing that cat on the wall today.
but I'll have to ask you that eventually, but we'll get there. We'll get there with time. Bharat, before we get there, any key battle that you're looking out for tonight?
Maybe Rishabh Pant going up against Pat Cummins, what he will do against all those defensive bowling that Pat Cummins does. Just one more point I wanted to add.
Yes.
This about Saraj's bowling attack. I think the one thing that is working against them is, as you know, T20 cricket is becoming more and more about defensive bowling these days. Bowlers are pulling their length back a little more. So I think it's going against their bowlers like Natarajan and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who bowl a lot more Yorkers. These days, it's much more tougher to nail those Yorkers even against RCB. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar was seen, he himself was pulling the length back and getting hammered by Dinesh Karthik. I think that is one thing that is going against them. They depend a lot on Pat Cummins to this defensive bowling. That is to pull the length back. It hit those hard lengths, bowl a lot of
Hmm.
slow short ones.
Thank you for that, Varun.
Ishan,
Yes.
also, I will be very interested in watching what Kuldeep does against Henrik Klassen. I think that
Yes,
will be
that'll be
another
interesting.
fascinating contest. One of the best batters in IPL against the best bowler in IPL will be fascinating. So it'll be paisa vasool for the fans tonight. It's going to be awesome.
Absolutely, absolutely, Raja. Gagi, it's almost game time in 15 minutes, so we'll take predictions. Your first thoughts and predictions.
Oh, it's going to be a good one because both the teams, underdogs. We thought they would be underdogs this season, but they have been performing very well. SRH better than DC, but oh my God, it's a difficult one because on one hand you have Rishabh Pant, on the other you have Pat Cummins. I'm going to say SRH.
All right, SRH. Raja, I wish I didn't have to ask you to choose, but I have to. So your final predictions for the game today.
I'm so glad you asked Gargi first. He's played so much more than I have. I will go with what Gargi says. I will back SRH too. Although, like I really want Rishabh Pant to be scoring well, keeping great. I also want the Delhi boys, especially Khalil and Mukesh, to be bowling as well. Um, while I want all of that, maybe SRH has got the slightly better side, perhaps even the side to play on the Ferozshah Kotla track and win this game tonight. Except, of course, that the captain for Delhi Capitals has done a good job winning the toss and Rishabh Pant opting to bat first.
Yes. All right. So we got two SRH. I have a feeling Bharat might go for Delhi. Am I right, Bharat?
I will give it SRH only. I like the
Okay.
brand they play, so I'm giving it SRH. Yeah, I just like the kind of brand they play, aggressive brand, especially with the bat. That is how modern day T20 cricket should be played, I believe, and that is where I will give it to SRH.
All right. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who's joined. Thank you to my
We've got
guests.
some.
And
Hi.
here are some fans. Yeah.
Hello. कौन जीतेगा आज? आप दिल्ली. इनके हिसाब से दिल्ली जीतेगी.
I think the home crowd will definitely support Delhi, but
Of course.
in the studio we are at SRH. So we're going to end it at that. Thank you to everyone who joined, and hope you enjoyed the game.
Ishan, I'll
Yes.
just leave you with a story from 2008. The
Lovely,
first time
lovely.
Hyderabad side was hosted at the Kotla, I went to watch the game with my daughter. And she was backing Delhi and I was backing Hyderabad. And that is what IPL is all about. People will back their favorite teams. Lucky for Delhi that SRH doesn't have that big superstar who commands international audiences, while Pat Cummins is a great bowler. Uh, Travis Head has been scoring really well. They don't have the same aura of a Virat Kohli or an MS
Yes.
Dhoni.
That's true, Raja. Yes. So that wraps it up. Thank you for that, Raja. Thank you to everyone who's joined. We hope you enjoyed the show. We'll catch you right after the game. Have a good one and have a great night ahead.